Hey guys, Master is back with some Destiny for you today, and this is going to be a video on our first successful clear of this week's level 34 Prison of Elders. This is the final section where you get to the final boss. I've got to give a shout out to my friends Odin and Sweet Roll for helping me with this, but yeah, it was pretty good actually. A lot of people were saying this was a lot more difficult than Urox, which was the previous week's level 34. But this one I think was smarter because the mechanics in this one are quite nice. It's very similar to a Vault of Glass encounter in the way that Qodron is basically a Vex Time Lord, and he also has the same ability to detain you like Atheon does when you play hard mode, and you'll be in these bubbles. Now with this one, the bubbles are very, very strong though, but there's a way to get around them. There's an enemy that spawns in this fight, and he's like a goblin, and he's got like a white sort of glow about him, and that's what you use to actually differentiate him from the other goblins. Now he'll be called Qodron's Eye. Now if you can kill him, you'll get a buff that allows you to actually break these detains much easier. The first part of it is often the toughest because sometimes he won't be anywhere near you. So you can see here we're detained. We couldn't break him in time, so you'll actually die in the bubble, which is a bit frustrating. The team we run for this particular one, I'm running my Hunter. I think Odin's running Striker Titan, and Sweet was running Sunsinger Warlock. Now it's a really good team dynamic to run a setup like that, because with the Hunter I could probably interchange between any character. I was just the guy there just to do damage to Qodron and just to try and clean up as many adds as I could, and also to try and generate orbs for Odin. Now Sweet the Sunsinger is the team anchor, and if you've ever played anything where wiping is a huge waste of time, you'll get through a nightfall or something like that, and at the end of it, if you could have a Sunsinger to revive and save the day, it becomes the team anchor. It's really handy to have. So that's what he's here for. And what Odin was using the Striker Titan. What he was doing was he was actually using the Fist of Havoc to break the bubbles. So what it is once you can kill Qodron's Eye and get the buff, as long as Odin has his super and we all bunch up, it means we all get detained together. If Odin supers right next to all of us, he breaks both bubbles immediately. So it was really, really handy. You can see there, that's Qodron's Eye right there, the guy that has that sort of ghostly sort of white around him. So if you kill him, you'll get a buff, and then you can break the detain bubbles much easier. So that was the thing I think a lot of people had the most trouble with. But basically what we do, we all help each other out. As soon as you see the message down that he's searching for targets, bunch up. Odin just does his thing there, just wrecks all the bubbles, and you're out immediately. So there's no risk of dying in the bubbles, and you're back out. All you need to do is just try and find a location on the map where Qodron's Eye will constantly come to you. What we had trouble with initially, I think we tried it, this was our third attempt. I think the first two we tried to go left. And he wasn't spawning over there, which meant that we could never get the buff and we'd always die to the bubbles. So what we did was we come over to this section, which is a little bit further right, and he would always spawn right out in front of us. So all you'd have to do is just wipe him out and you get the buff. A few people on Reddit were saying that a good strategy to actually get him closer to you is to shoot his head off if you've got a high impact sniper. Because he's a hobgoblin, or just a goblin I should say, if you shoot his head off, he does the Vex thing where they will seek you out and come to you. So if you can shoot his head off, it'll force him to actually come to where you are, which is quite handy. So here I am just cracking a heavy pack. Basically what I was just using as many galas as I could on Qodron to see how much damage I could do. You do not need galas for this. There is a strat that you can use if you just use the Defender Titan bubble, and you can melt him in a minute and you don't have to worry about any of these things, killing Qodron's Eye, getting the buff, breaking bubbles. You can just kill him basically in under a minute. But if you don't have the damage to do that, then this is the type of strategy I think a lot of people were looking for. But this is how we did it. It worked really well. Like I said, try and design your team so that everyone complements each other. If you can run a character that can generate orbs for the Titan. It helps out immensely because there are Axis hobgoblins that spawn. If you use any character to kill those with a super, you'll get 4 orbs, which really, really helps. If you can have the Titan constantly building and getting his super, really, really helps. So here again, see, Sweet Roll, Sunsinger, Warlock, Team Anchor helps us again. So that would have been a wipe on any other situation. So twice now he saved us with the Sunsinger Warlock. Of course, we could avoid that completely by not dying, but sometimes you're just going to die. You can't avoid it sometimes. I think I don't know if I've already done it. I get a really nice, I think I get a double or even a triple kill because I'm using the Celestial Nighthawk, which in hindsight I probably shouldn't have, but it just gives you 1 golden gunshot with heaps of damage. So here we go. I think I get 3 guys there. I get 5 orbs. I think I get 1 orb from one of the standard enemies and 4 from the Axis Hobgoblin there. But I think I killed 3 with that shot. Pretty gangster. So here we are detained. Odin actually missed us with the Titan dunk there, and he was deeply apologising, but we got out. Alright, also, the cool thing about this is because it's the 34, you have a chance to get the Elder Cypher, which is one of the new exotic bounties. And that's the only way to get the new exotic weapons in House of Wolves. You need to get an Elder Cypher. They drop randomly from, I believe, the final boss in level 34 and level 35, Prison of Elders. I've heard some unconfirmed reports that they can also drop from the chest at the end. I'm not entirely sure. All the ones I've seen on video and my personal one drop by killing the actual boss. So that's a video I will make. I haven't accepted the Cypher yet, so I'm still deciding what weapon I want to get from it. But you can get, I believe it's the Queen's Bow, the Lord of Wolves, and I think the other one is, it's like a Dreg sidearm. I'll have to get into it in another video. But there it is, done. Qodron, melted, dead. Elder Cypher as well. Next video will probably be the Elder Cypher, talking a bit about that. I've also got a new sniper rifle I want to do a review on, which is called the Shadow of Veils. Absolutely beast sniper. Got some really good clips from the last Trials of Osiris in there as well, so I'll have to get those happening. But I hope you enjoyed this video. More Destiny to come. I've just been absolutely smashing it, playing it, doing a lot on Twitch TV, but I will try and get some more YouTube content out there for Destiny. But I hope you enjoyed. I won't show the treasure room because we got nothing at all, so I'm sure you've already seen it. But I hope you enjoyed, and until the next video, we'll see you later.